What's going on, everybody? JT here, coming at you with another episode of Pokemon GO, and the Clefairy commotion is happening right now. Got a few of them around. It's not a complete takeover like a Spotlight Hour, but they're definitely pretty prevalent, and they're weather boosted, so let's see if we can get a shiny today. Unfortunately, they're not shiny boosted, but nonetheless, there's a lot of them around, so I have a feeling we could probably get one. Perhaps this is the one right here. No, what I meant to say is clearly this is the one. This one, you, and last but certainly not least, not shiny, unfortunately. If you're curious why there's so many Clefairies out right now, it's because there's going to be a harvest moon tonight. And a harvest moon is basically a full moon that's closest to the fall equinox, which is supposed to be on September 22nd. So that's why they're basically doing this, because Clefairy is also known as, I believe, the moon Pokemon or something like that. I know that in the lore, it's like rumored that Clefairies come from the moon and you need a moonstone in order to evolve them, so it makes sense why they're out. Also, I just decided to look at the Pokedex. I was wrong, it's called the Fairy Pokemon. Makes sense, Clefairy, the Fairy Pokemon. But it specifically says right here, when the full moon is out, groups of this Pokemon come out to play, so it also just makes a lot of sense with the harvest moon. They're everywhere. It's a fun attention to detail. I like it. Ladies and gentlemen, shiny Clefairy is what I would say if I actually got one, but unfortunately we did not. But we definitely went hard and caught quite a few of them for sure. I'm gonna go through them and see if we got anything good for PvP, but a lot of them were weather boosted, so more than likely not. But in the end of the day, I'm not too upset I didn't get any shiny Clefairies because I already have the full set. But if you needed it, I hope you got it. In fact, I hope you got two of them, and I hope you hatched a shiny Cleffa as well to complete the entire set. Now that the Clefairy commotion's officially over, I'm thinking I'm just gonna go inside and wait until the Deoxys Raid Day starts in like New Zealand, because those shiny rates are gonna be insane. Apparently they're like 1 in 10, so we'll see what happens there. Before we head inside though, I do have a quick announcement that I do officially have a TikTok now. I've had a few people asking on the TikTok if this is actually me. This is my account. This isn't like some fan-made thing. This is actually me. So if you want to follow me, please click on the link in the description box below and give me a follow. I plan on doing fun things with this, not just posting like highlights and stuff like that, but also doing some extra little fun things along the way. So if you want to follow me, feel free to click that link. Good afternoon, everybody. We're now about 4 minutes away from the Deoxys Raid Day to begin, and I'm excited to go for it. But last night, I did do 29 raids from New Zealand and Australia when they were supposed to be boosted, and as you can see, not a single one of these turned out to be shiny at all. So hopefully I just got unlucky there and that today's gonna go better, but we'll see, because a lot of people in Australia and New Zealand had the same results. So who knows what's gonna happen? Maybe we'll get to lucky today, but even if not, let's just have a good time. All right, it's 2 now, and the Deoxys Raid Day has apparently begun, but I'm not seeing anything here. I hope I don't have to refresh. What if I click on this gym? Cool, looks like I'm gonna have to refresh. And after a quick refresh, they are literally everywhere. Let's start off with the faster one, but I really want to get a Hundo defense form. That's my favorite form. The attack form is now down. It's a 1424, so it's not that great, but first one shiny? No, unfortunately, no golden noodle arms, but that's fine. Let's quickly catch this and move on. I missed the CP on this one, but it's a defense form, and it's not yellow, unfortunately. What's the CP? A 77. All right, so it's 22 off the Hundo. This defense form was remoted, but is it shiny? It's not shiny, unfortunately, and this one's bad, right? Yeah, 1236. That is really far from the Hundo. Next up, we've got a speed form, but I just got a Poffin as a reward from one of the raids. That's crazy. Let's see if we get a shiny with that Poffin. We do finally get a shiny. All right, well, okay. That's raid number 4, third one in person, so I'm down. Sadly, this one isn't good. It's a 1603, but nonetheless, good to finally get a shiny after like all those raids. Let's get back to back with this attack form. Unfortunately not, and a 1431. Back-to-back attack forms, but this one's yellow. It's not, never mind. 3 attack forms in a row. This one was like a 1443, and it's also not shiny, unfortunately. I've yet to see a shiny one of these in this rotation, but he got it, and it's a 1417. Nice, man, congrats.
Thank you.
This time it's a defense form. It's not that great, and unfortunately it isn't shiny, but yeah, 1254, it's not the Honda. 2 defense forms, and not yellow. This time we've got a normal form, and it's also a truly normal form. My goodness, man. How come you're the big winner today, huh?
Because the odds are for me, because I have not been getting any.
There you go. So a cool touch that they did for this raid day is that every single gym actually refreshes every hour, which I think is way better than like just 3-hour raids. I think that's fantastic. Been getting a lot of speed forms today, but this is the first raid that gave me an XL rare candy and didn't accompany it with a shiny, but that's fine. And this one was a 1625, 20 off the Hundo. I don't have a single Hundo Deoxys, so that's the big reason why I'm doing this. Would you believe that there's another speed form? This one's worse than the first one though. Yeah, and it's also not shiny. Finally, something different with the defense form that also isn't shiny, and this one was a 1240. Oh boy, a normal form this time. It was a 1739 though, but it's shiny. There we go. All right, well, we got a speed and we got a normal form. Okay, now we just got to get a defense and attack form, and I think we can call this raid day a success. Speed Deoxys and not shiny, and as you'll see by the CP, this one's bad. Yeah, 1591. 1462 on an attack form. Is it yellow? No, unfortunately not. This one's actually pretty up there. I want to say this is probably my best attack form that I've ever gotten. Had to solo this one. Did I get a shine? I did not get a shine for soloing it. Oh well, and it was bad, right? Yeah, 1401. back to the normal form. This one was not great. I think it was like a 1750 something. Yeah, 1753, not the best. Attack form, this one's a 1405 though, and it's not golden noodle arms, sadly. By the way, for all of you guys that are sending me remote raids, I do apologize that I'm not joining some of them, because I have this issue right now where everybody's zeroed out, and when I click on one of these Pokemon, like let's do solid GURPS for a second, it said it was a speed form. Well, this time it was actually correct, but sometimes it sends me to the wrong form, and then I try to join it and it won't clear out. So yeah, this is the reason why I haven't joined some of your raids, though I do appreciate you guys sending them. 1631 Speed Deoxys is not shiny, unfortunately. That's like the best Deoxys I've seen all day. Normal Deoxys missed the CP on this one. Sadly, it's not a shiny one though, and not a hundo. This defense form is a 1295. That's really up there. Sadly, it wasn't shiny though, but man, it's 4 off the hundo. All right, another normal, and oh, a shiny. All right, so that's 3 shiny so far out of all the raids we've done. Not terrible. My goodness, man. You have 3 of them now. It's pretty good. Another attack form. Not 2 shinies in a row, unfortunately. First defense form in quite some time. Not yellow, my goodness. This is gonna be my second to last raid that I'm gonna do today. It's a speed form. It's not a shiny one, but what's the CP? 1605, 40 off the hundo, phenomenal. And our very final Deoxys is going to be not shiny, and I think this one was a 1760. Yeah, not that great. Okay, this will be our final raid because it's a shiny. We actually got the shiny attack form. I'm down with that. And earlier in the basically week that this has been out, we did get a defense form, so technically that's all 4 of them. I'm good with that. You know, it would be cool if we got a hundo or whatever, but we can wait until it comes back. I want to save my money on future raid bosses that might be coming out, so cool that we got this one. 1450 isn't the hundo, 1474 is the hundo, so we're still a total 24 off, but 13, 14, 14, amazing. But thank you for the invite. Now raid day is officially over where I live, but I would actually have to say we did pretty decent. In total, we did 54 raids in total for all of them. This includes the Australia and New Zealand ones, but we did get 4 shinies out of all that. Sadly, no hundos or anything like that, but I mean, 4 out of 54 isn't terrible. That's higher than normal odds, but definitely not by a ton. And I'd love to hear from you guys about this raid day. Did you get a ton of shinies within a little bit of raids, or did you get none at all out of a ton of raids? I'd like to see how everybody did, so please let me know in the comments down below. I know it's gonna be a debatable subject whether or not the shiny rates were good for this event, but I will say the one thing I liked is if we go to the items here, we got a lot of rare candies, surprisingly. I'm at 230, and I was only at like 20 something for all these raids, so that's pretty great. But not only that, we managed to get ourselves, I believe, yeah, 10 Poffins. That's really good. This is not something you normally get from raids, and I think that these exclusively only came off of in-person raids. But yeah, like one of the raids I did literally had 2 Poffins as a reward, so that's amazing, especially because I like to build my buddies up, so this really does help me out quite a bit. I wish that they announced they were gonna do this, because I think a lot of people would have done more in-person raids had they known that that would have been a thing. And would you look at that, a defense form Deoxys shiny, we got them all. This will be, as I said before and lied about it, our last Deoxys raid, and this time I mean it. We got all 4 shinies on the day. I'm totally happy with that, and that would be technically 56 raids. I'm not gonna lie and say I just got it. I had one more before this one, but nonetheless, we're done. We got a 1246. It's not good. I already know it isn't. That's, oh great, 12, 11, 10. Phenomenal, but it doesn't matter. All 4 forms in one day, I'm happy with that. Today's positive comment shout-out's gonna go to Elizabeth Fitzpatrick. I had my first ever encounter with the birds yesterday. I caught it with a pink raspberry and a great throw, and now I have a Moltres as my buddy. Keep up the good fight, JT. Lots of love. Elizabeth. Seriously? That's insane. I'm so jealous, but also very happy for you. It's crazy that you got it on your first encounter with no less a normal raspberry and a great throw. But I would love to know what the ball you used was. I mean, if you got it with a Pokeball as well, I'm going to be very jealous of you. That's insane. Congratulations. And with that being said, this is the end of the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the little bell icon so you know when I upload. Links for TikTok, Patreon, and merch are in the description box below. But with that being said, this is the end of the video. I'll see you in the next one.